Welcome to week 1 of Communication by Vireo Health Promotions. In today's session, we will be looking at what is communication, the communication loop, types of communication, and what do the terms channel and noise mean when we're talking about communication. Communication is defined as the passing of a message from one person to another or from one person to many people. However, in the 1980s, it was also a song by Spandau Ballet. The process of communication has been described in the communication loop. Communication must start with a sender. The sender will put his, her, or its message out into the world, hoping to gain the attention of a receiver. When the receiver hears the message from the sender, they are forced to interpret it in order to understand the message. The receiver will then provide feedback based on the interpretation to the sender. However, communication is not a straightforward process. At any point within the sender-receiver feedback loop, noise can interrupt the interpretation and delivery of the message or the feedback. This can create confusion, misunderstanding, and in some cases, upset and conflict. Communication comes in many forms. However, it comes in two main types, verbal and visual. Verbal communication refers to conversations, radio, television, lectures. These are communication types where predominantly the human voice is the message giver. In visual communication, we have to use our eyes. We're looking at letters, memos, emails, websites, billboards. Simply, communication is any form of message giving. When deciding to communicate the message that is in their brain to the outside world, the sender must decide which channel of communication they will use. In this case, we're not talking about the television channels or radio channels or anything like that. We're actually referring to the method of communication, whether that will be letter, conversation, billboard. The possibilities are endless. The decision of which channel to use when communicating a message depends upon the circumstances surrounding the message. For example, a disciplinary notice would be best served by letter, not by a billboard. Noise in communication doesn't just refer to loud sounds or irritating music being blared out of somebody's stereo system. In communication theory, noise means anything that may interrupt understanding of the sender's message by the receiver. This can be physical noise, an unclear message, a poor speaking or writing style used by the sender, or the over-reliance on jargon. Thank you for joining week 1 of the communication course. In next week's session, we will be dealing with perception, body language, and listening.